Mailbag time here on NFL Daily. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we react to the questions you send us, a part of our live shows that we do on Monday afternoons at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, where you guys use the hashtag NFL or Super Chat. We answer your questions in real time. And you may be saying to yourself, well, how do I get to be a part of a mailbag? Well, if you subscribe, then you know when we'll go live on the channel. Right now, we are at 336,000 subscribers on the channel, getting so close to 337,000 subscribers, but we need your help to get there. Subscribe now for free, be a part of our live shows and our mailbags, and we'll answer your questions here on the channel. Let's get started with today's show. First question from NFL Fan Zone wants to know, can the Giants, the G-Men, sign DeAndre Hopkins? Can they? The money is tight. There's only a few teams that can pay DeAndre Hopkins the $15 million that he is wanting to be paid, according to reports that were out there. You look at this Giants team, Daniel Jones needs all the help he can get. You add another weapon to that receiving corps. DeAndre Hopkins would make a lot of sense for New York, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he ends up with the New York Giants. They're not really a part of the equation, it seems, right now, but obviously that could change. Choppy71 says D-Hop to the Panthers. Now, what we've been told about DeAndre Hopkins and what he's looking for at this point in time is a balance between getting paid and going to a contending team. Panthers are a long ways off from there. Now, they might have the money to potentially make that work, but does anyone expect anything out of the Carolina Panthers in 2023? Absolutely not. So that would be a shocker. If D-Hop goes to the Panthers, he basically says he doesn't care about winning. So I don't see him going to Carolina. Next question from Ruski says, if the Dolphins don't get Cook, should they keep Hakeem or Gaskin or let them go and draft another running back next year? Or sign their UDFA running back the Dolphins got, name being Carl Brooks, off of BYU? So that's a great question. You look at the Miami Dolphins entering 2023. That team has made some big steps the right direction. They've made a lot of progress, what they've done with that roster entering this season. But the one hole that's there for Miami is that running back position. They'd like to get Dalvin Cook. That'd be nice. But if they do not, for whatever reason, then you're still weighing your options. Kareem Hunt is still out there. Zeke is still out there. I would think that the Dolphins, before this all wraps up and the season begins, they get somebody as far as that goes. Dalvin would be their number one choice, but I would be surprised if the running back room as it stands right now looks the same when the season begins. Miles M. says, who is the best free agent quarterback remaining? Well, let me give you three names to watch of free agent quarterbacks right now. The guy is technically retired at the moment, but he's still a phone call away, and I think he still wants to play football, and that's Matty Ice, Matt Ryan. Now, I've said for many years that when you get Matt Ryan out there, Matt Ryan does Matt Ryan things where he finds ways to screw up. That's, 28-3. Shout out to the Falcons many years ago. Matt Ryan finds ways to screw up. But if you are a team that, let's say you have an injury to a quarterback in the preseason or in camp, Matt Ryan's not a bad fallback option for somebody to call upon if you need a fill-in of some sort. So there's that option out there. Teddy Bridgewater is still there, and then there's a guy by the name of Carson Wentz as well. Those are the guys we're watching for at this point, and I wouldn't rule out the possibility of Matt Ryan coming back if something were to happen to a team if they lose their starter and they're looking for a veteran. It wasn't too long ago that Matt Ryan was the MVP and was playing in a Super Bowl. Watch out. To me, there's still an outside chance Matt Ryan potentially plays in 2023. Will Matt Ryan play anywhere this season? What do you think? Tell us in the comment section. Y for yes, N for no. Will we see Matt Ryan come back? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Y for yes, N for no are pinned. Comment today. You might get an ad break, if so take advantage of it. Tell me what you think. Y for yes, N for no. Daniel says DeAndre Hopkins to the Cowboys makes so much sense, But with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, they said it's unlikely. And you look at the way the Dallas Cowboys traditionally do business, this is a team that does not like to spend in free agency. This is an organization that prioritizes the draft and by trades. They don't really like to sign guys and go that route. And so, not signing DeAndre Hopkins is par for the course. And if you're a Cowboys fan, it's unfortunate because you look at this Cowboys team and, Dak, I think, is still a top 10 quarterback in this league. I know that's controversial, but I'll still abide by that. I think Dak is just fine. CeeDee Lamb is a talented receiver, one of the best in the league. You got Tony Pollard, of course, at the running back position. You are looking for another weapon to put this team where they need to be to compete among the best in the NFC. DeAndre Hopkins could be that guy. It's a shame that they're likely not going to get DeAndre Hopkins because they very well should go get DeAndre Hopkins. It's unfortunate. I'm with you, Daniel, but that's the nature of the beast, it seems. Junior says the Patriots signed Marcus Peters. Well, you look at what the Patriots are at right now. Prior to the draft, signing Marcus Peters would have made a lot of sense because they were looking for another option outside of Jonathan Jones and the outside of the corner spot. Now that you've drafted Christian Gonzalez, who has caught everybody's attention throughout rookie minicamp and OTAs, the stud out of the University of Oregon, there's not really a place necessarily for Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters is looking to still be a starting outside corner in the NFL. He wouldn't be that in New England. And last year, when he came back from injury, Marcus Peters showed a bit of decline. I think he's still got something left in this league, although he's not the player that he was a couple years ago. But New England is not going to be that place. They got better options than Marcus Peters as far as that goes. Today's show is presented by the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports, BetUS, where you can get a 125% deposit bonus. Put $100 down to get $125 to spend for free at chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. You can bet on the NBA Finals. You can bet on the NHL Stanley Cup Finals as well, whether it's some golf, maybe it's some motorsports, whatever you're feeling. Baseball, want to bet on your favorite MLB team? We got you covered. We got your game at chatsports.com/bet. And when you get that 125% deposit bonus, that's like putting $100 down and getting $125 to spend for free. It's a great deal. Get yours now. Get your bets in today at chatsports.com/bet. NFL Fan Zone says the Giants signed Dalton Reisner. Could be possible. Dalton Reisner, I'm surprised, is still available in this free agent market. Last year played for the Denver Broncos. Very good leader in the locker room. I know his PFF numbers weren't over the top by any stretch of the imagination, but of all the problems with the Denver Broncos in 2022, I don't think Dalton Reisner was necessarily one of those as far as I'm concerned. The Giants looking for help potentially in the inside of the offensive line. Dalton Reisner could be a good fit. I like Dalton Reisner. That'd be a good pickup for that team there. GM Evan Henders with the Boise State avatar, shouting out the blue turf from the Broncos, says Kareem Hunt to Foxborough to play with the Pats. Kareem Hunt's still available out there, and if you recall, Kareem Hunt, his rookie year when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs, led the league in rushing. Well, since he went to the Cleveland Browns, he's been the number 2 running back behind Nick Chubb there. And so one thing to think about, although Kareem Hunt is in, his 5th, 6th, 7th year in the league, something like that, his legs are relatively fresh because he hasn't had to take on the load of a number 1 running back. And you look at that New England Patriots team, sure, you got Ramondre Stevenson there, the running back that had over 1,000 yards and was a star back at Oklahoma, but they're still looking for a second option. Kareem Hunt might be the right fit for that. I think Kareem Hunt, although he is a head case, he comes with a lot of problems, both off the field, what's happened with him. New England might be a potential good fit for Kareem Hunt as far as that goes. Where will Frank Clark sign, says Sir Saint? Well, that is a great question, Sir Saint, as far as where Frank Clark could go. His old teams, the Seahawks and the Chiefs, Obviously are still part of the discussion. The Bears seem like they could be a good fit. Cleveland could be a good fit. Atlanta, San Francisco. Those are just a few teams off the top of my head. Frank Clark will play somewhere. Kind of like what we talked about Kareem Hunt. He does come with baggage involved. And since 2012, he's been arrested 4 times. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings for each arrest that has occurred in his NFL career. So, or since 2012, that is. So he could sign somewhere. I don't expect him to cost a whole lot, quite frankly. Where will Frank Clark sign in free agency? Tell us where you think in the comment section below, where ultimately you will think he will sign. Final question from Dat1 Falcons fan. Can we start taking my team seriously? We have a shot at making the divisional round with Ritter under center. We are going 12-5. Prove me wrong. Okay. We can take your team seriously. I think the Falcons are the favorites in the NFC South, but I can't project your team going 12-5. That's where I can't take you seriously, Dat1 Falcons fan. Desmond Ritter, I think he passed the eye test last year for Atlanta. I'm excited to see what he can do in year 2. You bring in Bijan Robinson. That was a big deal, along with some of your other talent like Kyle Pitts and company. Falcons have a bright future ahead. I think Arthur Smith is a very good head coach. Falcons are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They should win that division. But a division crown for the Falcons should be at about a 9 or 10 win record. 12-5, it had to get very lucky for that to happen. Let's be real with y'all. That's not happening there. Hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook Zuck site, @Tyler Jones Live. You can find me there, and I'll see you next time right here on NFL Daily. Have a great one.